It was noted in the Baum's birthday celebration and that of Baha'u'llah's to follow, our holy days set in the lunar year whose Gregorian equivalent dates vary yearly in one-day intervals between them in mid-October and mid-November. And now celebrated, this presentation is Baha'u'llah's birthday as the promised one of all ages. On 12 November 1817 in Tehran, born as the son to Khadija Khanum and Mirza Buzurg, a Persian nobleman, his given name was Hussein Ali, but as a manifestation from God, his title Baha'u'llah means the glory of God, who would go on to found the Baha'i faith in 1863. His son Abdu'l-Baha said of him that from the earliest childhood he was advanced beyond his age and superior to his surroundings. It was not unusual to hear people say such a child will not live, and that such precocious children do not reach maturity. His parents, in fact, unaware of his station, were astounded as they watched their young son grow and of his extraordinary knowledge and wisdom that far transcended his minimal schooling as a child. Yet from the earliest he displayed a profound understanding of spiritual truth that even dismayed Muslim scholars who spent long years studying the teachings, laws, and traditions of Islam. As for his education and training, in the Persia of the 19th century, children of noble families such as Baha'u'llah were trained and educated by tutors, brought into the home for personal instruction in matters befitting their station in life. Those subjects would include etiquette and good manners, horse riding, shooting, wielding a sword, calligraphy, exposure to great classical poetry, reading the Quran. But beyond that, his knowledge was innate. Indeed, the most learned of men welcomed him into their conversations despite his young age, as his understanding of the prophets and their teachings, of the nature of God and the human spirit, were common in the discussions. Such realities were recognized even more by all who knew him. Yet, no less wondrous is when, even as a child, Abdu'l-Baha would say of him that manifestations of God are from the beginning undoubtedly aware of the secret of existence, that from childhood the signs of greatness are clearly manifested in them. How then could he fail, says Abdu'l-Baha, in spite of such bounties and perfections, to be conscious of his own station and that his knowledge was divine and not acquired. So, this is he whose birthday Baha'is worldwide celebrate. He that was formally designated Baha'u'llah, an appellation specifically recorded in the Bab's Persian Bayan, signifying at once the glory of the light and the splendor of God, and was styled the Lord of Lords, the most great name, the ancient beauty, the pen of the Most High, the hidden name, the preserved treasure. He whom God shall make manifest, the most great light, the all-highest horizon, the most great ocean, the supreme heaven, the pre-existent root, the self-subsistent, the day-star of the universe, and more, the great announcement, the speaker on Sinai, the sifter of men, the wronged one of the world, the desire of the nations, the Lord of the covenant, and the tree beyond which there is no passing. And yet lay hidden beneath those inexhaustible acclamations is one who in early years would yet ride out of the city through the Persian countryside, where he would pass the simple stone and mud-plastered homes of humble farmers and villages. Often he would stop to talk with the people who lived there and ask about their concerns. How were their families doing? Did they have enough to eat? Was anyone sick, in need of a doctor or medicine? Whatever there was need, he would see to it that help was given. Sometimes a dispute needed mediating, or an injustice needed attention. Here too he would give assistance. Even as a youth, he was not afraid to speak up at the Shah's courts in defense of the weak and innocent. Is it any wonder then that his mother was so attached to the infant, to such a degree that she could not be away from him even for a moment? That his demeanor as a baby astonished her in saying, "This child never cries. He is so unlike other babies who cry and scream and are forever restless while in the nursing stage." Even to a relative, when still so young in years, the child Baha'u'llah wrote this remarkable and most literate letter. He is the well-beloved, God willing, is abiding restfully beneath the canopy of divine mercy and the tabernacle of his bounty. Although to outward seeming I am little and cannot write, yet because this illiterate one is clinging to the divine lutitry, he can read without knowledge and write without being taught. And this fact is clear and evident in the spiritual realm to those endowed with insight. Those who are outside have been and still are unaware of this mystery. And lastly, in conclusion, from the tablet of the birth, these crowning words of exultation and celebration. Say, this is the dawn whereat the hidden essence and the unseen treasure were made manifest, the dawn whereat the ancient beauty seized the cup of immortality with the hands of glory, and having first quaffed therefrom, proffered it unto all the peoples of the earth, high and low alike. All glory then to the one who hath approached this cup, taken it up, and drunk therefrom, for the love of his Lord, the all-powerful, the Most High. And again, all dominion belongeth to this newborn child, through whom the face of creation hath been wreathed in smiles, and the trees have swayed, and the oceans have surged, and the mountains have taken flight, and paradise hath lifted its voice, and the rock hath cried out, and all things have exclaimed, O concourse of creation, hasten ye towards the dawning place of the countenance of your Lord, the merciful, the compassionate, Baha'u'llah, the promised and awaited one of all ages.